Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, working harder, learning more, pushing yourself every single day, and yet something still isn't clicking? Like no matter how much you add to your life, success keeps slipping just out of reach? Here's a truth that might change everything for you. What if the problem isn't what you're missing, but what you refuse to let go of? Think about that for a moment, because most people are taught to chase success by adding more goals, more hustle, more pressure, but very few are taught the real secret. The silent force that separates those who stay stuck from those who rise. It's not what they add, it's what they remove. Somewhere along the way you may have picked up habits that slow you down, thoughts that make you doubt yourself, and distractions that quietly steal your time. And the dangerous part, they feel normal, comfortable, even safe, but what if those very things are the reason you haven't broken through yet? In this video, you're going to discover a powerful shift, a way of thinking that doesn't just push you forward, but clears the path entirely. You'll start to see why success isn't about becoming someone new, but about uncovering who you already are beneath everything that doesn't belong. And as you listen, I want you to be honest with yourself. What in your life is holding you back? What are you carrying that no longer serves your future? Because by the end of this message, you won't just feel motivated, you'll feel awakened. You'll see your life with a new level of clarity. And more importantly, you'll know exactly what needs to change. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear might be the one shift that changes everything. The idea that success is built through subtraction rather than constant addition challenges one of the most common beliefs people hold about growth and achievement. Most individuals are conditioned to think that in order to become more successful, they must continuously add new skills, new goals, new responsibilities, and more effort into their lives. While growth and learning are certainly important, this mindset often leads to overwhelm, confusion, and scattered focus. The truth is that success is not always about piling more onto your plate, but about clearing away everything that does not serve your purpose. When your life is filled with unnecessary commitments, distractions, and negative patterns, even the most valuable additions lose their impact. Subtraction creates space, and that space allows what truly matters to stand out with greater clarity and strength. When you begin to remove what is unnecessary, you naturally sharpen your focus. Instead of dividing your energy across too many directions, you channel it into a few meaningful pursuits that align with your vision. Many people struggle not because they lack ability, but because their attention is fragmented. They try to do everything at once, saying yes to every opportunity, engaging in habits that do not contribute to their goals, and surrounding themselves with influences that drain their energy. By subtracting these elements, you simplify your path and make your actions more intentional. This kind of clarity is powerful because it allows you to move forward with purpose instead of confusion. Subtraction also plays a crucial role in shaping your mindset. Limiting beliefs, self-doubt, and fear often occupy space in the mind that could otherwise be used for confidence and creativity. These mental barriers are not always obvious, yet they silently control decisions and limit potential. When you actively work to remove these negative thought patterns, you begin to create a mental environment that supports growth rather than restricts it. This process is not about ignoring challenges, but about refusing to give power to thoughts that hold you back. As these internal obstacles are eliminated, your natural abilities and strengths become more visible and easier to develop. In practical terms, subtraction may involve letting go of habits that waste time, reducing exposure to negativity, or stepping away from commitments that no longer align with your goals. It may also require making difficult choices, such as distancing yourself from environments or relationships that hinder your progress. These decisions are not always comfortable, but they are necessary for creating a life that is focused and aligned. Each thing you remove strengthens your ability to concentrate on what truly matters, allowing your efforts to produce greater results with less resistance. Over time, this disciplined approach transforms not only your productivity, but also your sense of direction and control over your life. Clarity is one of the most powerful advantages a person can possess, yet it is often misunderstood as something that comes from learning more, thinking more, or gathering more information. In reality, clarity is most often the result of elimination. When your mind, environment, and daily life are crowded with too many choices, distractions, and conflicting priorities, it becomes difficult to see what truly matters. You may feel busy and active, yet internally uncertain and directionless. This confusion does not come from a lack of potential, but from the presence of too much noise. By removing what is unnecessary, you allow your true priorities to rise to the surface, making your path forward far more visible and easier to follow. When you begin the process of elimination, you start to recognize how much of your time and energy is spent on things that do not contribute to your long-term vision. These could be minor distractions like excessive scrolling, unproductive conversations, or habits that consume time without creating value. They could also be larger commitments that no longer align with who you are becoming. Each of these elements adds a layer of clutter that clouds your judgment and weakens your decision-making. As you remove them, even gradually, your focus begins to sharpen. You no longer feel pulled in multiple directions, and your attention naturally settles on what is truly important. Clarity also grows when you eliminate internal conflicts. Many people struggle not because they do not know what they want, but because they are trying to satisfy too many expectations at once. They attempt to follow their own ambitions while also meeting the demands of others, leading to hesitation and inconsistency. When you let go of the need to please everyone and instead align your actions with your core values, your direction becomes more defined. Decisions become simpler because they are guided by a clear sense of purpose rather than external pressure. Another important aspect of clarity through elimination is the removal of doubt and overthinking. When your mind is filled with endless possibilities and what-if scenarios, it becomes difficult to take decisive action. Overanalyzing every step creates hesitation, and hesitation slows progress. By cutting away unnecessary options and focusing only on what truly aligns with your goals, you reduce mental friction. This allows you to move forward with confidence and consistency, even if the path is not perfect. As clarity increases, so does your ability to act with intention. You begin to understand not only what you should do, but also what you should avoid. Your time becomes more valuable because it is spent on meaningful actions rather than scattered efforts. Your energy is no longer wasted on confusion, and your decisions carry more weight because they are aligned with a clear vision. This sense of direction creates momentum, and that momentum makes progress feel natural rather than forced. Negative influences have a subtle yet powerful effect on a person's growth, often shaping thoughts, behaviors, and decisions without immediate awareness. These influences can come in many forms, including people who constantly doubt your abilities, environments that discourage ambition, or even recurring thoughts that reinforce fear and insecurity. While they may seem harmless or familiar, over time they begin to drain your energy, weaken your confidence, and shift your focus away from your goals. The danger lies in their consistency, as repeated exposure slowly normalizes limitation and makes it harder to recognize your true potential. Removing these influences is not about rejecting others harshly, but about protecting your mental space and ensuring that what surrounds you supports rather than suppresses your progress. The people you interact with regularly play a significant role in shaping your mindset. Conversations filled with negativity, complaints, or criticism can influence how you see opportunities and challenges. When you are constantly exposed to doubt, it becomes easier to adopt that same perspective, even if it does not align with your true beliefs. This can lead to hesitation, reduced motivation, and a tendency to settle for less than what you are capable of achieving. By distancing yourself from such influences, you begin to reclaim control over your thinking. This does not always mean completely cutting people out of your life, but it may involve setting boundaries, limiting certain interactions, or choosing to spend more time with individuals who encourage growth and positivity. Environments also play a crucial role in shaping your behavior and focus. A setting that is chaotic, unstructured, or filled with distractions can make it difficult to concentrate and maintain discipline. Similarly, being in a place where ambition is discouraged or where progress is not valued can slowly diminish your drive. When you remove yourself from these environments or make changes within them, you create conditions that support your goals. Even small adjustments, such as organizing your workspace or reducing exposure to constant distractions, can significantly improve your ability to stay focused and productive. Internal negative influences are equally important to address. Self-doubt, fear of failure, and limiting beliefs often originate from past experiences or repeated exposure to negativity. These thoughts can become deeply ingrained, making them feel like truth rather than perception. If left unchecked, they can prevent you from taking risks, pursuing opportunities, or fully committing to your goals. By actively identifying and challenging these patterns, you begin to weaken their hold over your decisions. Replacing them with constructive and empowering thoughts allows you to approach challenges with a stronger sense of confidence and resilience. The process of removing negative influences requires awareness, honesty, and consistent effort. It involves recognizing what is affecting your mindset, making intentional choices about what you allow into your life, and prioritizing your long-term growth over temporary comfort. As these influences are reduced, your energy becomes more focused, your thinking becomes clearer, and your actions become more aligned with your goals. Focus is not something that simply appears when you decide you want it. It is the result of disciplined choices made repeatedly over time, especially the choice to eliminate what does not deserve your attention. Many people believe they lack focus, when in reality they are surrounded by too many distractions competing for their energy. Every notification, unnecessary task, or impulsive decision pulls their attention in a different direction, making it difficult to concentrate on what truly matters. Discipline is what allows you to take control of these impulses and intentionally remove the noise, creating an environment where focus can naturally develop and strengthen. When you practice discipline, you begin to recognize that not everything requires your time or response. Instead of reacting to every distraction, you become selective about where your attention goes. This selectiveness is what builds true focus. It means saying no to activities that do not align with your goals, even if they are easy or enjoyable in the moment. It also means committing to tasks that require effort and consistency, even when they are challenging or uncomfortable. Through this process, you train your mind to stay engaged with one meaningful objective rather than constantly shifting between multiple less important ones. Discipline also helps in structuring your time in a way that supports deep concentration. Without structure, your day can easily become fragmented, filled with interruptions and unfinished tasks. This fragmentation weakens your ability to stay focused because your mind is constantly adjusting to new inputs. By removing unnecessary tasks and organizing your schedule around clear priorities, you create longer periods of uninterrupted work. These focus periods allow you to think more deeply, make better decisions, and produce higher quality results. Over time, this habit of structured focus becomes a natural part of how you operate. Another important aspect of discipline is the ability to manage internal distractions. Even in a quiet environment, your mind can wander toward worries, doubts, or irrelevant thoughts. Discipline allows you to notice when this happens and gently bring your attention back to the task at hand. This mental control is developed through consistent practice as you repeatedly choose to stay engaged, rather than giving in to distraction. The more you exercise this control, the stronger your focus becomes, making it easier to maintain concentration for longer periods. As distractions are removed and discipline becomes stronger, your ability to focus reaches a higher level of intensity. You begin to work with greater efficiency because your energy is no longer scattered. Tasks that once felt overwhelming become manageable because you are fully present and engaged in what you are doing. This focused effort leads to better outcomes, not because you are working more, but because you are working with greater intention and clarity, directing your full attention toward what truly matters. Emotional and mental decluttering is a deeply transformative process that involves clearing out the internal burdens that quietly limit your ability to grow and take action. Many people focus heavily on external achievements while overlooking the internal state that drives those outcomes. Thoughts, emotions, and past experiences accumulate over time, creating a kind of invisible weight that affects how you perceive yourself and the world around you. Fear, doubt, regret, and unresolved failures often occupy space in the mind, shaping decisions in subtle ways. These elements do not simply disappear on their own. They remain active, influencing your confidence, your willingness to take risks, and your overall sense of direction. By intentionally letting go of these mental and emotional barriers, you create room for clarity, confidence, and forward movement. Fear is one of the most common forms of mental clutter. It often appears as hesitation, overthinking, or avoidance, preventing you from stepping into opportunities that could lead to growth. This fear is not always based on present reality, but is frequently tied to past experiences or imagined outcomes. When you hold on to fear, it consumes mental energy that could otherwise be used for creativity and problem solving. Letting go of it does not mean ignoring risk, but rather refusing to let fear control your actions. As fear is reduced, your ability to act with confidence increases, allowing you to move forward even in uncertain situations. Doubt works in a similar way, quietly undermining your belief in your own abilities. It can cause you to question your decisions, delay important actions, or settle for less than what you are capable of achieving. This internal uncertainty often grows stronger when it is left unchallenged, becoming a default way of thinking. By recognizing and releasing these patterns of doubt, you begin to rebuild trust in yourself. This self-trust is essential because it supports consistent action and helps you stay committed to your goals even when progress is slow or obstacles arise. Past failures and negative experiences also contribute to mental clutter when they are held onto for too long. While these experiences can provide valuable lessons, they can also create emotional resistance if they are not properly processed. Holding on to regret or disappointment can make you cautious to the point of inaction, limiting your willingness to try again. Letting go does not mean forgetting the lessons, but rather releasing the emotional weight attached to them. This allows you to approach new opportunities with a fresh perspective instead of being held back by previous outcomes. As you clear away these emotional and mental obstacles, you begin to create an internal environment that supports growth and action. Your thoughts become more constructive, your emotions more balanced, and your decisions more aligned with your goals. This clarity allows you to respond to challenges with resilience rather than hesitation, and to pursue opportunities with a stronger sense of purpose and confidence. The idea that success requires the courage to let go is one of the most challenging truths to accept because it goes against the natural human desire for comfort, security, and familiarity. People often hold on to situations, habits, and even relationships not because they serve their growth, but because they feel safe and known. This attachment can create a hidden resistance to change, making it difficult to move forward even when better opportunities are within reach. Letting go is not simply an external action, it is an internal decision that requires strength, self-awareness, and a willingness to face uncertainty. It means choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort, even when the outcome is not fully guaranteed. Comfort zones are one of the most common barriers that require courage to overcome. They provide a sense of stability, but they also limit potential by keeping you within familiar boundaries. When you remain in a place where everything feels predictable, you may avoid risk, but you also avoid growth. Letting go of this comfort means stepping into situations where you may not feel fully prepared, where challenges are greater, and where outcomes are uncertain. This transition can feel uncomfortable, but it is in these moments of discomfort that real progress begins. Courage allows you to move forward despite the fear, trusting that growth lies beyond what is familiar. Letting go also applies to habits and routines that no longer align with your goals. Some habits may have once served a purpose, providing ease or temporary satisfaction, but over time they can become obstacles to progress. Breaking away from these patterns requires discipline and a clear understanding of what you truly want to achieve. It involves replacing automatic behaviors with intentional actions, even when the change feels difficult at first. This process demands consistency and patience, as new habits take time to develop and become natural. In many cases, courage is required to release connections or environments that do not support your growth. This can be particularly challenging because these connections may carry emotional significance or long-standing familiarity. However, when such influences consistently limit your potential or discourage your progress, holding on to them can prevent you from moving forward. Letting go in this context does not necessarily mean conflict or negativity, but rather making a conscious choice to prioritize your development. It may involve setting boundaries or gradually creating distance in order to protect your focus and energy. Another important aspect of letting go is releasing the need for certainty and control. Many people hesitate to take action because they want assurance that their efforts will succeed. This need for certainty can lead to inaction, as no path is ever completely free of risk. Courage allows you to act without having all the answers, to trust your ability to adapt and learn along the way. By letting go of the need for perfect conditions, you open yourself to opportunities that would otherwise remain out of reach, allowing progress to unfold through action rather than waiting for complete clarity. As we bring these ideas together, one truth becomes clear. Success is not simply a matter of gaining more, but of becoming more intentional about what you allow into your life. Every step forward is shaped not only by what you choose to pursue, but by what you choose to release. When you remove distractions, negative influences, limiting beliefs, and unnecessary burdens, you create space for clarity, focus, and purpose to take root. This process is not always easy, and it often requires difficult decisions and honest self-reflection. But it is through this act of letting go that your true potential begins to emerge. What remains after you remove what does not belong is a stronger, more focused, and more capable version of yourself, fully aligned with your goals and ready to move forward with confidence and determination. Good luck on your journey toward success, growth, and self-discovery. May you have the strength to let go of what holds you back and the courage to embrace what moves you forward. Thank you for your time, your attention, and your willingness to grow.